the busy world we live in, time seems to slip through our fingers like sand. We wake up with plans, but by evening we wonder where the day went. The ancient Stoics, philosophers like Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus, understood this problem well. They lived in a time without smartphones or endless distractions, yet they faced the same struggle: how to use time wisely. Their teachings on time management are not just old ideas, they are powerful tools for our lives today. Let me tell you a story about a man named Lucius. He was a merchant in ancient Rome, always rushing from one deal to another, never pausing to think. His days were full, yet he felt empty. One evening, after another exhausting day, he met an old philosopher sitting by the marketplace. The philosopher looked calm, as if he had all the time in the world. Curious, Lucius asked him, "How do you stay so peaceful when life moves so fast?" The old man smiled and said, "Time is the only thing you truly own. Waste it, and you waste your life." This simple truth struck Lucius. He realized he had been chasing money and success, but had forgotten to live. He decided to learn from the Stoics. The first lesson was this: time is limited. Seneca wrote, "Life is long if you know how to use it." Many people think they have plenty of time, so they waste it on unimportant things. But the Stoics reminded us that life is short. Every day, a piece of our life is gone. We must ask ourselves, are we spending our time on what truly matters? The second lesson was about priorities. The Stoics believed that most of what we do is not urgent or important. We fill our days with small tasks, meetings, and distractions, thinking we are busy. But busyness is not the same as purpose. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor, wrote in his journal every morning. He asked himself, what is essential today? This simple habit helped him focus on what truly mattered: being a good leader, a wise thinker, and a kind person. He ignored the noise and concentrated on his duties. Lucius began to apply this. Instead of saying yes to every request, he asked, "Is this necessary?" He cut out useless meetings and gossip. He stopped worrying about things he couldn't control. Slowly, his days became clearer. He had more time for his family, for reading, and for quiet reflection. The third lesson was about presence. The Stoics taught that the past is gone, the future is uncertain. All we have is now. Epictetus, a former slave who became a great teacher, said, "Don't let your mind be pulled by the future or the past. Stay here." Many of us spend too much time regretting yesterday or fearing tomorrow. But the present moment is where life happens. If we are always thinking ahead or looking back, we miss the beauty of now. Lucius practiced this by slowing down. When he ate, he tasted his food. When he walked, he noticed the streets and the sky. When he spoke to someone, he truly listened. He realized that time feels longer when we pay attention. A day lived mindfully feels richer than a week spent in hurry. The fourth lesson was about death. The Stoics had a practice called Memento mori. Remember, you must die. This sounds dark, but it was a way to appreciate life. Seneca wrote, "You act as if you will live forever, but death is coming, and it may come today." Instead of frightening him, this thought freed Lucius. He stopped postponing joy. If he wanted to see a friend, he went. If he wanted to learn something new, he started. He didn't wait for someday, because someday might never come. Over time, Lucius changed. He was still a merchant, still busy, but he was no longer lost. He used his time with intention. He said no to distractions. He focused on what he valued: wisdom, kindness, and peace. When he grew old, he looked back without regret. He had lived fully, not perfectly, but with awareness. This is the wisdom of the Stoics. Time management is not about squeezing more tasks into a day. It's about recognizing that time is life itself. We can't control how much time we have, but we can control how we use it. Ask yourself, what do I truly value? Am I spending my days on those things? If not, what can I change? The Stoics didn't have apps or planners, but they mastered time better than many of us today. Their secret was simple: see time as precious. Treat it as a gift, not an endless resource. Focus on what matters. Let go of what doesn't, and live fully in each moment. So next time you feel rushed, pause. Breathe. Ask yourself the Stoic questions. Is this necessary? Is this how I want to spend my life? The answers will guide you. Because in the end, time is all we have. Use it well.